So this was requested so much. I hope you enjoyed the beginner guide, and I will see you on the next video. Base crawling. So I'm going to give you an example in this video. I'm going to quickly go over it. So base crawling is you get the advantage of moving towards the more resources. That's what you want to do with base crawling. So this map, the gems are in the middle, so I'm giving you an idea what I'm doing. I'm using my buildings to get there much quicker. So my refinery and harvester are much closer. Base crawling is a big thing, so you want to learn the maps as quick as you can, and then you want to know where to place your buildings. I could separately do videos for each map per se, but that would take too long, so this is just a quick run through. So base crawling is a great strategy you can do where to place your buildings. You just want to go near the gems, you want to go near the resources. You know, you can even use it as a choke point and use choke points and put your buildings there and all your units there. And you can use silos. They're really cheap. They're $150. And you can even use base defenses to base crawl. Obviously, this is just AI, but I'm just showing you the idea about base crawling. So that's base crawling pretty much. You always want to go near the most resources, and on the maps you kind of want to learn where to place your buildings, and that's base crawling pretty.
Construction complete. Our base is under attack. Building. Construction complete.
Okay, next up is scouting. So what you want to do is build a lot of riflemen at the start, but you want to separate one or two just like this, and you want to throw them all around the map, because you obviously can't see the map yet. So you just scroll all the way to the corners, you throw them in the middle, you throw them up at the top. They're really cheap. They're like 100 resources, you know, you're not going to miss the resources. So 5 or 6 riflemen all around the corners and stuff, and then you want to send like 5 or 10 to close towards the base and try and pick up a power plant. But scouting wise, I'll build a radar in a minute and you can see like the kind of map presence you want to have. I can do it a little bit better, but you know, you kind of just want to see the main points of the map. So you keep sending all your riflemen around the map like so. So you get vision, you're going to see what's coming. It's very important. And as you see, we've got quite a bit of vision to the main points. You do obviously want to get to the corners, keep sending your riflemen. Obviously don't build a radar, but this is what you want to do. And yeah, so that'll give you map vision of a lot. Now, anti-scouting is even more important, I would say. While scouting, I would say. So what you want to do is you send your scouts out at the same time, and then you want to block all the entrances that they would normally scout you with. You only need about 2 or 3 riflemen most of the time. You can go up to 5 or 6 at the main choke points like so. So you want to hold the choke points like so, and then you can see if they're coming towards you, and that is how you anti-scout someone, and then they can't scout you at all. And then if they do get in, you can quickly build some riflemen to be ready. So you're not only delaying them from scouting you, you're also going to be really ready for any rushes they do.
Building. Unit ready. Training. Unit ready.
Okay, up next is Infantry Scatter. So what you want to do is hold Q and press X. Spam X non-stop, and as you see, he's trying to run over my infantry with tanks, and it's not really working out too well. He's going to lose all his tanks here, and it's a lot of infantry, but the case is, even when you have a small amount of infantry, what you want to do is hold Q and spam X. So you can just, they fire, the split second they stop, and then they stop, they shoot, they fire, they shoot, they fire, like really, really quick, in quick sessions, and that is how you beat tanks with infantry. Otherwise, you would just lose all your infantry and they'd run it over. So that's a good way to, you know, buy some time with infantry, even beat tanks, like I said. So all you're going to do is hold Q and spam X, and then you can see we just killed them tanks with riflemen, you know. So it's a really good tactic you want to use. And there you go, that's how you do it. Hold Q and spam X. Okay, this time we're going to use infantry against buildings. As you can see, he's going to try and run us over. Boom. We hold Q and spam X against buildings, and it's exactly the same result. We get much more worth our infantry. And now we're in between the buildings. We're going to do exactly the same. We're going to hold Q and spam X, and as you see, we're just splitting all over the place with this command, and it's helping us kill all these buildings. It's so good to do in ladder. It's just really helpful to know this kind of stuff. And as you see, we're wiping out so many buildings with just a few units because he's having such a hard time running them over. This is his vision right now. He's going to try and run us over. we're literally just holding Q and spamming X, and you know, as soon as you're locked onto the building, you can keep doing this. You know, might take a few tries to get it down perfectly, but you can attempt to do this with a friend in between the building here. In his view, he's going to try and run us over. If we didn't move right there with the split command, he would have run over all our infantry. So yeah, practice everything that you see in this video like this, and you'll master it eventually. It's just so useful to know these things. So all it is hold Q and spam X with the infantry and buildings. Same for everything else pretty much. And yeah, so there you go. Okay, for this demonstration, I'm going to make him not move his tanks, and we're going to move our tanks and shoot. So all you do is you hold Q and you move with your units, and as long as you're locked onto that unit, it will keep firing every time you move. You can change by just aiming a different unit, but you have to hold Q. And as you can see, we're going to win this really easy. We're going to lose one tank, and on ladder you're going to see people actually move their tanks. So all you have to do is learn to move and hold Q and aim their tanks, and it's really good to know. So yet again, all you do is you hold Q and move your tanks, and boom, that will win you so many games, and it will put you above a lot of people. And just same for vehicles against buildings. If you hold Q and attack as well, like this, all I'm doing is holding Q and pressing attack on it. And once it's got its lock, you don't even need to press attack anymore. You just need to hold Q and move your tanks. And as long as they're in range, you're going to attack it. And it's really great for picking off war factories, refineries, even MCVs. You've got 4 or 5 tanks and you rush into their base, you hold Q, and you can pick off their MCV before they can kill your units. So it's really useful to use. And hopefully this actually helps you guys. I know a lot of people don't know about this, so there you go. Back on infantry real quick. So understanding how infantry works in this game is so important. So if you have a static defense with infantry, you are going to win 9 out of 10 times. It's very important positioning on this game. As I'm about to show you right now, it's all about positioning as well with infantry. We got about the same amount. We got it the same for about 30-30 each here. So he's going to run his infantry into mine. And as you see, I don't need to control anything. I just need to keep him still. You can move the back ones forward a little bit. But most of the time, as you can see, you cannot really win unless you outnumber them by far the engagement. As you see, I barely lost anything. And now I'm going to go full power at him. Look, I have so much more, but I'm losing instantly just because he has the defense. And as you see, that's crazy right there. And it's so important. So important to have your units in the right position, especially infantry. Okay, we're going to talk about shift hotkeys. So if you press shift, it will make your units build, it will make you queue 5 units at a time. So if you shift, double tap your mouse, it will do it 10. You keep tapping, 15, 20, you get the point. It goes up by 5, multiplies it by 5 every time you shift. Now if you cancel it and you don't press shift, you'll have to keep clicking one by one. But if you cancel and hold shift when you cancel, it will minus it by 5. So that's just a little tip. If you get stuck and you got like, I don't know, say 50 tanks queued up and you're like, oh, you got to click there and do one by one, you just hold shift and then do it like that, and it will get rid of it in 5 clicks pretty much. So that's a really helpful tip. Make sure to use your shift commands so you don't forget to macro. You know, you can queue up harvesters, tanks, riflemen, stuff like that. All vehicles, all infantry, all naval. Just press shift and you'll get it by 5. And then you can cancel it if you hold shift by 5 as well. Okay, final part of the video, hotkeys, so important. One of the most important things you can do is set you up with some good bloody hotkeys. Learn them, keep practicing them, man. I'm gonna put my hotkeys on show right now so you can copy them. They're the most easiest to learn, trust me. F1, F2, F3, you know, put it in order like I have, and you'll get the hang of it. So if you want to copy my hotkeys, you have to do it for each faction. So you have to change the Allies hotkeys to the Soviet, you know, exactly the same. You want to make it exactly the same because they both have like different hotkeys. I think different hotkey commands. Like you have to set it for both. I don't know why they did that. I think because they don't have all the same structures, obviously. So that's how you do it. Hotkeys are so important. I use F1, F2, F3 and pass from that. As you can see, pause the video if you want to save any of the hotkeys at any point. And easy to learn. So we're going to go in game in a second and you're going to see me just quickly demonstrate the use of hotkeys. You're saving a lot of time. We're going to use the hotkey to deploy the MCV straight away. Just go into settings if you want to know what that is. I think it's dash, I believe. My hotkey's dash anyway. You can customize it. F1 for the power plant, you know. Boom, we're building a power plant. We're buying, see what I mean? No clicking. We're instantly doing it. So hotkeys are so important. Make sure you learn them. The more you learn hotkeys, the better you're going to do in this game. Better you're going to do in a lot of strategy games, to be honest with you. Hotkeys are so important. It will show you, if you scroll over, if you don't have a hotkey on it, and then you can go set it in settings. So I'm going to show you now, like on one of the, I think the build box or whatever, I do not have a hotkey set on it. So it will not show me a hotkey, like right now, as you see, there's no hotkey. So I need to set one. But yeah, hotkeys are so important. Go learn them. And that's about it, really. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's like my first one doing one of these. So hopefully it helped you. And good luck on the game, boys.